Hey, call hello Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to you brothers that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity, okay? Hey, the spirit is showing us what time it is. We are here in Maryland. They closed up the schools, okay, due to the threat of coronavirus. Okay, they basically declared a state of emergency. Um, so they closed up the schools. They also you see that there's a run on the stores. There's long lines in the stores. Okay, where you have a shortage on canned goods. Tuna fish. Okay, people buying milk, eggs. There's no paper towels. There's no Clorox products. There's no soap. You know, so we coming into that time where there's going to be a shortage of supplies. There's going to be a lack of resources. Okay, a lack of goods. Okay, because these people are panicking. As when they close up schools, when they close up daycares, now people have to make arrangement for their children. Okay, and the schools are going to be closed till I think the 26th. So yeah, we're in that time. We're definitely in that time. Um, so I just want to bring out these scriptures. Let me start with this right here. This is the book of Sirach, and Sirach 5 verse 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth." And that's how the Lord's wrath is going to come, and that's how the Lord's wrath have came. It came suddenly. Look, we were just okay keeping the Passover, okay, and now look how things is moving. And then you have the daylight savings time, okay, which I do, through the spirit, since I've been in this truth, it seems like every time they change that time, the daylight saving time, the time gets faster and faster and faster. Okay, they set it back or they set it forward. Okay, the time gets faster and faster. Okay, so you know, suddenly, okay, this thing can come. It says, "And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed," because you know people have this normalcy bias. Now let me go back because we talked about that at camp, but I'm gonna look up the word normalcy bias because people love to be in security. Okay, normalcy bias. Yeah, go into the word normalcy bias. Um, this is from Wikipedia. Normalcy bias, it says, is a tendency for people to believe that things will always function the way they normally have functioned, and therefore to underestimate both the likelihood of a disaster and its possible effects. So in this case, the possible effects of this coronavirus, you have people getting sick, yeah, but then you have the stock market, and people say they're saying that we're in the bear market now, but people think that there's opportunity, because things are going to get back to normal. But I think people are underestimating what's going to happen, because I believe that you're going to see runs on the bank. Okay, you're going to have people trying to get their money out the banks. Okay, quickly. We're seeing not only is the stock market collapsing, but cryptocurrency prices are going down too. Okay, so different things is taking place. People are going to need to get money. People are going to need to get food for their children, because the normal construct of this life, okay, is changing. Okay, with this threat of this coronavirus. Okay, and then we're watching news reports now. Um, the corona outbreak. But it says this may result in situations where people fail to adequately prepare themselves for disasters, and on a large scale, the failure of governments to include the populace in its disaster preparations. About 70% of people reportedly display normalcy bias during a disaster. Okay, so you got people that's not going to the stores. Oh, it's just going to blow over. All right. But a couple years ago, when Barack Obama was in office, he said basically him and Nicolas Sarkozy, which is the prime minister of France back at that time, I think this was 2012, they told people to prepare for spring food rides, of spring food shortages. And it blew over. Matter of fact, let's see if I can find that article real quick. Obama. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Obama. Uh, Nicholas, prepare for food shortage. Let's see if I can find this article. Oh man, okay. So looks like I can't find anything. Nicholas Obama. Obama. Maybe they took it off. I'll try to find it maybe in another time, but you know how Google censorship. This is an article from 2012. Nah, I can't find anything right now. If I do, I'll probably put up another video. Um, but they basically had the French Prime Minister and Barack Obama speaking about food shortages in springtime. Okay, but it didn't happen back then. It didn't happen back in 2012. But we're coming into springtime. We actually are in springtime, and we can see these things taking place. So, like the precept says in Sirach 5:7, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Yeah, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. And that goes for the men of the Lord. But people are gonna want to seek the Lord, okay, when it's too late. That's why the scriptures say, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that's what time we're coming into. We're coming into the day of vengeance, okay? The day of vengeance. That's what we're coming into. Okay, it's at hand. It says, set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Okay, and that's Esau Edom. Okay, because we're coming into that day of calamity. Okay, now let's go to this next scripture. Okay, now well, you got other camps that was using this to talk about the microchip, but look, man, we're in this time now. This is Second Ezra 4, 6 and 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. All right, well, you had those locusts, all right, plaguing, okay, the earth, okay. It says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Yeah, because there's going to be a run on supplies. There is a run on supplies. There's a run on food going on, okay. And in order to combat this, you're going to have more genetically modified foods coming in. Okay. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound which every man heareth, which when every man heareth, Shalakia, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Okay, and that's what's gonna happen. Okay, because for lack of bread, okay. Matter of fact, let's go real quick. Lack of bread. Look up that word, lack of bread. Lack of bread. Because we're seeing those signs of the build up to a lack of bread. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's why friends are going to fight each other, and neighbors are going to have no pity. A man's going to have no pity upon his neighbor. Okay. It says, at that time, verse 24, 2 Ezra 6 and verse 24, it says, at that time shall friend fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear. Hey, and is not the earth, the people of the earth standing in fear? As a matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, let's get this. Because these scriptures are speaking, man. These scriptures are speaking. Yahweh Shah spoke of these things. Because they just mentioned, and the stock market went down when they said what? There's a pandemic, the WHO, World Health Organization. Okay, as you see, the NHL suspended regular season games, baseball regular season games are suspended. Okay, yeah, here goes right here. This is 21 and 25. Luke 21 and 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon, and we've seen those. We've seen the build the eclipses, okay, the blood moons, okay, all the signs that the Lord was showing us, all the signs that the Lord was showing us, and in the stars and upon earth, the stress of nations with perplexity, okay. And what does the word perplexity mean? Okay, now the stress of nations with perplexity. Italy is one of those nations in distress. China is in distress. Babylon the Great, America is in distress. Okay, so let's go get that word perplexity real quick. Luke 21:25. Okay, Luke 21 and 25. It says, let's see, for perplexity should be signs of heaven. Distress upon nations. Let's look at the word distress too. So this is the word for distress. Okay, the word for distress is a holding together, a narrowing, the contracting part of a way. Metaphor, straits. Okay, difficulty, anguish. Okay, restraint, i.e., anguish, anxiety. Okay, and there's distress upon nations, and that word is a word is sunahe. Okay, and let's go into the word for perplexity, distress of nations with perplexity, aporia, I believe, or aporia, yeah. Um,
Strong's G 640.
yeah, aporia, okay, and that means a quandary, okay. It says the state of one who is in perplexity, um, a quandary. I looked up this word before. You go in the word quandary, a state of perplexity or uncertainty over what to do in a difficult situation. That's why when Donald Trump made that speech last night, and he said what he said, he put a travel ban on Europe. Um, he actually upset the markets because the markets wanted to hear something that would give them some type of certainty. Okay, but he added to more uncertainty, and that's why the markets lost more today. And now everybody's in a sense of uncertainty with this coronavirus. Yes, it's getting busy. Hey man, these people up here about to feel like the people of Venezuela. Okay, back when Maduro, okay, was fighting off of that coup d'état by the Western powers. Okay, they went through this. All right, the people of Venezuela went through what these people up here in Babylon are getting ready to go through. Okay, going back to the precept in 2nd Ezra 6:22, it says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world." So that's the elect. Okay, whoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see salvation and the end of your world. And what is the world to come? The kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Okay, and we're pressing towards that great and dreadful day. Okay, but we're looking for mercy. Okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. And guess what? We're in a feast of unleavened bread. I've never seen anything like this before in my life, as far as these things happening, and we're in that time, man. Okay. Hey, these other guys that want to have those extravagant Passovers that are planning to have them extravagant Passovers, man, you're confounded, man, because hey, who's to say Esau Edom will put like a some type of law where can't no more than 50 people gather in one place, man, and then what is that going to happen, man? Your grand Passover, man, you know, Where is that gonna put you, man? Okay, but like this, I give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Okay, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Until the next episode, Shalom.